continues to grow. Again, great news for uranium as well. And great news for Nvidia as we get into thing number 2, thing number 3, excuse me. Yeah. TSMC crushes earnings, Gary.
All right. So a week ago, or rather 2 weeks ago, no, sorry, it was last week. We got bad results from ASML. They are a chip manufacturer. They reported disappointing earnings and guidance, and the market said, oh no, it's the end of this AI revolution. Nobody's buying chips. We're in bad shape. Well, guess what? A day later, Taiwan Semiconductor came out. They crushed it. Revenue of $23.5 billion was up 36% year over year, up 13% from the prior quarter. And they gave guidance for, great projections for the rest of the year. Taiwan Semi is without question the best chip manufacturer on the planet. There is nobody that can hold a candle to them. But these results reaffirm the market's positive sentiment on AI, and it's been what's driving the market up. And, if you are an Nvidia shareholder, you really like to see this, because if Taiwan Semiconductor is making a lot of AI related chips, that's pretty good for Nvidia's GPU business.
Yeah, I want to ask actually a question based off of that, Gary, and something Andrew just said. By investing uranium, kind of an indirect investment in AI. Do you see it that way, and then vice versa as well?
Yes, I do. But here's a key thing, Rob. Let's imagine for a minute that there's no AI demand. Now I know that's not true. This is a thought experiment. And just say, hey, there's no demand for more AI related data centers. We have everything we need on that. We don't need more Nvidia chips, no power for that. Okay. But the fact is that most of the world wants to live at a more comfortable material quality of life. And when you're looking at quality of life, and we're not talking about spirituality or health, we're just talking about your material quality of life. There is a almost 100% correlation between that and energy usage. And so, one of the things we've talked about a lot is there are roughly 3 billion people in China and India that want to live better lives. There are people all over the world that want to use more energy and be more comfortable. On top of that, there's all this talk, the electrification of everything. Governments all over the world want people to be driving electric cars. I read somewhere that having an electric car increases your energy usage the same as putting a couple dozen extra refrigerators in your home. That's a lot, right? And we don't have the infrastructure for that. It needs to be built. So you are 100% right that AI demand creates power demand, and that particular high reliability power demand means they're going to need nuclear. And what I'm saying is, beyond that, even without that, you have more energy needs, more energy usage, more demand for nuclear power than we have uranium supply right now. And that supply has been coming down. When we first took on our position in uranium, the world had roughly a 5-year excess supply. That's now down to 2 years. So within the next year or two, people are going to be panicking and saying, we need to lock in supply. And the only way you're going to get that is to pay up for it. And we want to be there when that happens.
Great stuff, Gary. Andrew, anything to add on that point or that thing? Or did Andrew?
I think he headed off.
He said bye. Yeah. All right. Not good for the audience. Andrew just left us hanging, and I wasn't aware of it on the show notes. So keep that in mind when you're voting for Andrew's fate.